Hello. I gotta get in my outfit. What am I doing here? Let's queue up first. I got games to play. I don't know what deck I play today. Pixel says, "Hey Beagle, how's it hanging? I'm taking another stab at Morning Gears Tactics and GW Reloaded. But my computer died, lol. I'll be sure to let you know if I do anything in Tactics successfully." Cool. Thank you. Exciting. If you do anything, do let me know. Hey Pei, how are you? Hey Meow 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 Woo. Hey Croaker. Hey Brazen. Hey Cloudy. Hey Voken. Hey Nikki. How y'all doing? Last time we played this, I was like, fuck it. I have to play asymmetric advantages. I'll play the SOF Rockets deck, Missiles deck, I don't know. Now I've built a Marines deck as well, Marine Armored of all things. It's got Marines in it. It's got 6 out of 6 Marines, actually. It's got a lot of Marines. Because there's schools of war here, okay? There's the classic conventional combined arms warfare that I love of armor plus airborne. Very fun, very good. Not sure that it is a great way to play against Russia because I think they're better at it than me, but I might be wrong and I'm comfortable with this deck and it's fun to play. So then, I fucking know, Camel, if where the hell is Menace? Then there is the SOF Striker Seed deck that we know. Maybe I should play Sammy's Ballistic Missile deck, actually. But there's this one. That is all about the CJs and the F-35s, and a little bit of the HIMARS of Ballistic Missiles. So perhaps I should just make this into Rocket Arty, I don't know. I mean, it works, you just gotta have targets, I'm just gonna get better at the recon side of this. Funnily enough, this is the Special Forces deck that everyone wants to be when they first get this game and see Special Forces, and they're like, I want to be in the back line doing Special Forces things. This is actually the deck for that, but I have to get better at making penetrations of SOF units. Like, I have to get better at seeing if it's possible to get better at, and then getting better at, like, playing sneaky SOF, penetrating through the lines, and getting recon that can then be used to detonate motherfuckers with HIMARS prisms. So there's that. And then finally, there's this deck I made. Well, there's also, hang on, there's also, I updated this, I think. Yeah, I think we're up to date with this now, which is SOF Armored as well. I updated to Dominoes 2. I forget what I really changed about it, but this is Dominoes number 2. The sequel to my Dominoes deck. I've still got the 3 F-35s. I've got Sornooks, or I've got a Sornook now. I've got more linebackers and more tanks, so I can play more tanky if I want to. What did I really change about this? I don't know. I added more AMPVs, apparently. I don't remember what I really changed. I had to compare the two decks. But, you know, I'll play it and I'll just have fun of it, hopefully. So there's that for SOF plus armored stuff. What did that remind me of? That reminded me of something else. Oh, yeah. I updated,
Alert.
importantly, on this deck. I updated to having, Sadly, I got rid of the Coast Rider. Oh, Hex, I've got to get, the thing on, sorry. I got rid of the Coast Rider because I was annoyed because I was playing this deck and I was trying to drop my twin 2,000 pounders onto targets with the F-35s. And I kept fucking up my drops and not only hit one target. I was like, why is that happening? And I realized it was because I was running the F-35s that only had, like, a 2,000 pound bomb and a 500 pound bomb, and you can't drop those in separate targets because of how BA works. So that annoyed me, so I've switched to twin 2,000 pounders on this bomber now. I'm onto that. So I had to get rid of the Coast Rider, which made me really sad because this was the one deck that made good use of the AC-130. Really sad, but I needed to get rid of it so I could fit the 2,000 pound bomb pairs on the F-35s, which is more important to me. Sadly, I'm so sad. I loved getting to use the AC-130 in this deck. It made me cry a little bit. Inside, not outside, not real tears. Hang on, I gotta play Hexa's message. Thanks, Hexa. What did you write? Oh, are we gonna find out what you wrote? Okay, no, that's some trouble. I still gotta update to Bounty's new version. Bounty sent me, I haven't done it yet. Here, I'll put it in here.
New 5.00 donation from Hexadecimal.
Hexadecimal.
E-Sync of Striker is great for taking a forested flank. He have had ridiculously good luck reinforcing softwoods fight with the Striker element.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Yeah, because unless you're doing Delta, everything fits in the Strikers. If you're playing like that kind of Woods game, that does make a shitload of sense, yeah. SOF is good. Like, I want to play SOF more, because just having so much good fighting recon, I think is really, really awesome. Just having, like, the Rangers recon and the GB's flash is just so good for, like, annoyingly, efficiently taking Woods areas, I think. Something I want to do more. More of. Definitely. Thank you for $5, by the way, Hexa. How's your games going in general? You having good ones with that deck? Oh, I gotta update my Ko-Fi page as well. But then finally, I'll put this up while I go and update something. This is what I've also got. So out of all the different schools of war we're talking about, all the different ways, I'm trying to lock in and find the way to play US that really works best against Russia as my greatest adversary at the moment. People were saying, why don't you just play Marines Armored? I made a Marines Armored deck that is just about Marines, because there's all these other ways to get around the fact that Russia, I think, is better at the spam pushes and the conventional war and also the cruise missile spam. And it always comes back to Marines. It always comes back to, why not just have a 13 health unit with 8 armor that can just eat more missiles? Who would win? A fucking high-speed, supersonic cruise missile filled with explosives? Or 13 dudes from Florida? That's the idea, I think, is just do dumb war better, or at least as good at as Russia of all these fucking Marines. Dimitri says, not penetration, Beagle, infiltration. Well, you gotta penetrate the front line to infiltrate it, is what I'm thinking. Hex Pepper says, doing a little better, but most games in solo queue I need to play frontline submarine armor. That makes sense, yeah. Well, yeah, I've got this deck. I've only played one match of it. I built it, I played one match. I was put against a mirror, other US players, and it was a game where no one else was above 1,000 elo, so, you know, it went the way you'd expect, really. Waldrick says, do dumb war better, 2025 US doctrine. Camel says, Marine Strikers, you have the beefier engineers too. Yeah, if I want beefy engineers in this deck, I'd probably take Raiders CQC, which I may still come back around to doing Raiders CQC, it's just for now, I'm trying out Raiders Standoff. Thank you, Nieman, for $5.
New 5.00 donation from Niman 2476.
Thank you.
5 years of amazing moment and memory with the best streamer and community.
Thank you.
Thank you all for the love, share, happiness, and belonging you have created, and let me be a part of MGB love.
Thank you. That message is so sincere. I feel like a slight % of guilt at having the meme Frenchman read it out. That's very kind, Nieman. Thank you very much. One of the greatest things that I always feel very sincerely happy about is how much the community has grown and flourished and is its own thing now. So I'm very pleased. Very pleased to hear that. Pleased? Very pleased to hear that. Thank you very much. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very kind, Nieman. Very kind. Meow says, speaking of his Reserve Marine, good or decent at least. So what you play here? I don't like it because it lacks AT, and I think one of the best things for a tank infantry unit like this is to have AT. You can save $25, but having no AT really sucks in my opinion, because usually your biggest problem is going to be some kind of vehicle. But I played against someone who did nothing but... Well, for instance, I played against someone, not but. For instance, I played against someone whose playstyle for that match was to spam nothing but Reserve Marines, and then like a couple of small teams here and there, like... I just built tanks, I just did nothing but tanks, and I just drove the tanks at the Reserve Marines and killed them and they could do nothing to them. And then when their specific AT units showed up, you just like drive away from them, you just pop smoke and leave, or you just like focus fire those AT units. It's a bit of a trap to fall into, like, this is my infantry that does everything but kill tanks, and then this is my, like, tank-killing infantry. It's the same reason SOF can really suck. It's the same reason that SOF can really suck, depending on how you play it, because SOF does the same thing of having these very specific niche units. Like, Delta Force is amazing, but it's so easy to just see Delta come in and be like, oh, I'm gonna get in my car, actually, I'm gonna leave. Or I'm gonna get in my APC and just sit here and you can't hurt me, and it's like zombies outside your Minecraft house. Like, they can't come in, bro. Just don't let them in. Whereas you get a unit like Marines. Marines is real strength, I think. Apart from being so tanky. It's being so tanky combined with having the 6 AT4s. You can't just ignore Marines. And Marines will blow your house up if you try to lock your door. And that's really important. Egan says Beagle hasn't even noticed that Silksong is out. He's still high on Broken Arrow releasing it. Welcome back to Sanity on the internet. I've never played Hollow Knight and never even looked at it or cared about it. But I'm glad because I know about the meme that Silksong was never coming out. So I saw it on Steam today. I was like, huh, there you go, Silksong's out. They need a new joke now. And I checked the reviews and everyone seems to love it. So good for you. I'm glad that everyone's having a good time with that. That's lovely. I'm glad it wasn't a disappointment. Miami says, fair enough. Friend said it's a good and cheap infantry killer, but don't know. So the thing is, yes, but you usually don't need a lot of help killing infantry. Because infantry... everything is a good infantry killer in a certain sense. And, you know, cheap, yeah, but I would say if you want reserve marines, what you mainly want them for is to be a cheap soak. Because they're not a particularly good infantry killer at that point. But they're a big infantry unit for 70 points. Is that right? 89. Yeah, 70 points that has a lot of health. So they're one of the tankiest units in the game in terms of raw HP, plus they're cheap. But I would certainly like them to be capable as well, which is why I would bring the AT with them still. They're still a really good unit, just pay a little bit more for them and you can kill vehicles, is what I would recommend. But I think it can be a trap to bring too much anti-infantry shit in your deck and also to deploy too much anti-infantry shit on your matches, unless you see that the enemy is playing nothing but infantry. Generally, infantry are not the biggest issue you're going to have in an area. But if you see the enemy is relying a lot on infantry, like practically crutching on it, like then sure, go really hard on anti-infantry counters. But generally, I think against US it's a bit different, but I'm not as scared of the US as I am of Russia. US does rely on infantry a lot more. But I would say in general, like, I am much more thinking about and worried about enemy vehicle threats, tanks, helicopters, planes, artillery, than I am about infantry, because infantry are so slow, and to not be slow, they need to rely on vehicles anyway. So you're still worried about vehicles. And, like, you can just leave. Like, even if you can't beat infantry, you can just leave. And, like, wait until you bring the thing in that kills them. And they usually can't dodge the thing that kills them if it's fire support, because they're infantry. Like, what are they going to do? Walk? They're going to walk away from it? Like, it's like people fear, like, and do helo blob rushes at low elo, right? And at higher elos, you have cruise missiles and jets. And the reasons these things are so especially strong, and the reason you can get overwhelmed by these things, and tanks and vehicles as well, is that they're fast. You can be overwhelmed by them because a tank can be coming out of nowhere, or a motor rush, or a helicopter blob, or an airstrike. It comes out of nowhere, and you're like, oh shit, I'm dead, fuck, I haven't got anything for this. But infantry can't just, like... It's like the Monty Python bit, like the Holy Grail bit where the dudes run up to the castle, like... If you see infantry running towards you, you probably have, like, minutes worth of time at minimum to be like, oh, here comes infantry, I'll do something about that. You know, you have time because they're so slow. What elo is keg raids? Whenever. Kegs are good. Keg is a different type of helo blob because it doesn't rely on helo blobbing in the traditional way. It's just like, you could do it with one or two of them. That's exploiting a lack of Shora. That's an aggressive flank, more than anything. Zaku says, my current question has been gnawing at me the past couple of days as I fall down the imbalance spiral. Why does the Abrams have to lose 5 speed per armor upgrade? I don't know, because the jet turbine engine isn't good or something. I don't know. Do Russian tanks not do that? Now you're making me wonder. Or do Russian tanks come pre-armored? Probably something to do with something, it's an upgrade to the tanks, so I guess they're logicking that, like, the tank wasn't built with the SEP upgrade in mind, so the engine isn't rated for it, so you're going to lose some speed as it gets heavier. Would be my guess. Russia time. 1983. Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back has just been released. 1940. The war had battled Britain. What am I playing here? Iron Man, Save Me Chesty, or Dead Man? Save Me Chesty up middle, perhaps. I need to play these other decks. I played tons of Armored Airborne. I'm going to try to play as little as possible today. Even though I love it, just because it's time for me to, once again, explore other styles of warfare at this ELO versus Russia. So let's play this Smooth Brain Marine Armor deck. I'm going to try to play it through the town, I think. Second says, the only Russian units that lose speed of an armor upgrade are the BTR 80 and BTR 80 mortar. No, there's more than that, isn't there? Sinla says, what do you do if the infantry ambushes your tanks with giant logs like the Ewoks? Fuck you, I started reading that like it was a serious question, like you're gonna be like, what do you do if infantry ambushes you in towns? And by the time I got to your second half, it was too late to stop. Start writing that on the Reddit when people complain about tanks. Or complain about, like, tanks being OP. Just be like, yeah, but, like, sometimes I get ambushed by Ewoks with logs. Ambushed, answer the question, people. Well, you need to TOS them. I feel like a TOS could have sorted out the Ewoks pretty quickly. Or a few cruise missiles. Someone edit Return of the Jedi's battle Endor scene, where every time the Ewoks ever win, a bunch of cruise missiles come in. That's Broken Arrow. Oh, you blew up an ATSD? Fuck you. I won. Alright. I said I went up middle, and I do went up middle. I went up middle with Marines. Air tax evasion Harrier. Who was it who was talking shit on my air tax evasion Harrier the other day when I unveiled this deck to them and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna real ASF. They don't understand. The air tax evasion Harrier is real. It's so real. They just don't get it. If only they got it. Hang on, I want you to stop. I want to get some forecourt in here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, that's too many. Has to be snipers. You can go home now. Today, Harrier can go home. This time. Still getting used to this deck, of course. Bring me that, bring me that. Bring me some of these ones. Bring me some Shorad, my favorite thing to forget. I love forgetting Shorad, it's my favorite trick.
We've got an incoming transmission.
Who's raiding me?
Guess who?
Vulcan! Hello! Most consistent raider of mine, Vulcan, thank you so much. What's up? You still playing BA, Vulcan? How's it going? You still enjoying this game? Thanks for the raid. Just started myself, playing a... well, nothing's a new deck at this point, obviously, after hundreds of hours, but... playing a deck I haven't played in a while of Armored Marines right now, a new deck, new creation of that. Apologies if my gameplay is trash. Hopefully it'll be alright. Playing squad. You do once or twice a week, yeah? Playing squad update. Is that any good? I've never been a big squad guy. Do you like it? Spread out my APCs a bit so I don't lose them, is the hope. You can get some snipers over here, I think. Doesn't change the gameplay much, but it's fun and pretty now. Well, that's, you know, better than not being fun and pretty, yeah. Thanks for the raid, Vulcan. Appreciate it. Oh my god, the Cav Scouts over here. Holy shit. I like these Humvee GMVs. I took a second look at them when I picked Marines again for this deck. And it's a Humvee that gets smoke. It's kind of cool. If it had 2 more seats, this thing would be insane. As it is, I guess it's pretty good. Maybe I should play Marine SOF of these things. It's 115 road speed. And the smoke launcher is kind of impactful, I feel. Kind of like it more than the Arsov. Though, the Arsov gets, Can I lend some air support for this? Oh my goodness. don't see any air support coming, but they've got that covered. They eat that. They don't need my help. No one's got up middle, I see. Whoops. I thought someone was deploying there and they're not. I thought this person was deploying there. Like Blanco's... I thought Blanco was rolling out here, but actually I see they've just completely rolled out on this side, so I'm gonna ask them where they want. That seems kind of important to negotiate at this point.
Roger. Moving in next waypoint. Radar turned off. They can't track us.
Alright.
Troop transport ready.
I'm probably better built for that brawl over there, honestly.
Armored transport reporting in. Someone call for
I'll leave those snipers there, though, and I'll leave these things here. I'll leave all of this stuff here, probably. Like, you can go be advanced. What's getting cruise missile, then is it me? Not me yet. I'll bring this M-Shorad over. Bring these labs over, too. And pick up my guys.
Marines at your orders, sir. Pushing forward.
Let me get you set up.
We're combat ready.
For all the time. Yeah, I mean Marines, so we'll be good for it.
Moving there now.
I don't have any long-range AA. Attack Blanco says I just lost Paladins. That's so sad. Oh no. I'm probably bringing a Cat Fae.
Roger. Moving in next waypoint.
Yeah, they'll need something holding there.
Armored transport standing by. Someone ask for a ride? Roger. Moving out. Friendly fighting vehicle ready. Copy. Relocating. Defensive smoke.
Okay.
Push it. Full speed.
It's coming from that tree line. Maybe I wasn't really paying super attention.
Advance and secure. Moving there now.
Let's do a little probing.
Order, sir. Troop transport taking fire. Moving out. Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
Let's see what's on A. Cat Fae should be here in a second. Yup.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Bring in this truck.
Air defense standing by.
Okay, we got contact. I see Kurgs.
Find some cover. Get in that building.
I bring more Marines because I see Kurgs.
We're in combat. Good copy.
Usually they just like settle their shit up there. So they don't really want to hold A too bad, you know.
Move your asses. Keep
You stayed there. They brought in their armor.
troop transport reporting in. Pedal to the metal. Roger.
What is that, like engineering coming from me? What's the deal? Oh, fuck.
Waypoint received.
Okay. God damn it.
Transport ready.
Well, that sucks.
Troop transport standing by. Deploy. Get the fuck up. Move.
Kills the Kurg though, that's good. There's some more Shkaya in there. They're gonna push me, which is interesting. I feel like I beat that. Are they gonna get inside with me? I don't know. I was gonna Cat Fae to like ace in the hole all that, but we're doing it tough now.
Already there. Someone call for a
We're just bringing raiders and that and get in there. My A up. Yeah, my A fired at that. Whatever it is hopefully dead. The only problem there is bringing in the S'more to get in the building with him, really. It's probably what attracted the strike. See you, Vulcan. Have a good one. Thanks for the raid. What I really need here is to bring in some Tonka, I think.
Armored transport reporting in. Driver, move forward.
Oh, wow, as soon as I got out of the building, just died. Holy shit. Because that's all they had on A, they didn't really have much there. So the smokiest... Oh, there's the C. Or stealth bombers, one or the other. I have a lot of money because I probably over-invested in stuff. Also, I've got some stuff deployed over here, I gotta remember. Oh, what the fuck? God damn it, give us Navy SEALs. Let's push up now.
Personal carrier ready. Lab here. Moving to rendezvous.
Oh, I told you to go up the right side, but sure, we can act like I told you to go up the left. That's fine.
Someone ask for a ride?
Ow. Ow. Okay, that's mobility crit of the Armada, we love that. They are doing the cruise missile spam to me, because obviously, of course they are. Oh, I'm just getting hit by those double stack Conquerors teams all over the place. Just making a mockery of me.
Engaged in combat. Go, go, go! Right here. We're combat ready. Moving out. Copy. Relocating. Roger. Moving out.
I'd like it if we could get like this over here, I feel. Rip to the Raiders.
Good copy. Next waypoint received.
How long have I got? 4. Oh my god. My auto smoke isn't gonna work against that. Did I bring in any mortars in the end? I don't think I did. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I think I'm gonna need... Fucking hell. I can't have any radars on because of reasons. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, I was trying to say I'm probably just gonna bring in some more dumb pressure of just more Marines in transports just to make sure I hold.
Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
That tank is low, but not quite dead.
Raiders in combat. Awaiting command. Hold that position.
And drop that there. Back to here. I just need some more guys to make sure I hold the point, you know. Though Blanco's taking it from me right now, which is nice.
Marine Raiders at your command.
The sniper's there, not sure if there's still people there. Where's the rest of my supplies?
Roger. We're on the move.
Over here, resupply you. Come back. I need some more supplies in general. Make a big dump back here that I can rely on.
Transport.
Is the ACVs in this deck? Yeah, I've got ACV gaming going.
Roger that. I'm loading ASAP.
That's smart. Blanca gets out of there before bad things happen. I think Blanca finished off the Armada too, which is nice. There's an arena in there, which is interesting.
Sniper team, at your orders, sir.
Also, this sees down the road, but doesn't see to the left as much. That's better.
Unasked, everybody. Personal carrier here. Roger. Moving out.
That's still Cornets. I need to bring in some arty if I'm just gonna hold A like this.
Pedal to the metal.
I've been over-investing in everything else. I bought this tank and didn't use it as well, I just remembered.
Driver, move out.
What I should have brought in is some mortars.
Abrams, ready to roll. Armored, moving out. Make way.
Where can I get an angle on you from?
Moving out. Driving to coordinates.
Oh shit, the dump did not get dropped by one of the two. It's the annoying thing about the Q commands, even like queuing it a certain way.
Abrams here.
You can have that problem where like, it's not really doing what you expected it to do.
Moving to shooting position.
That's okay.
Ready for duty. Get your asses in that building. Heavy cam engaged.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hopefully, well, they're gonna smoke this arena in a second, surely.
Defensive low. Reverse. Back up.
Wait, how do these raiders... Oh, these raiders are getting hit by Christmas Carrier.
Marine Raiders.
You have a ton of stuff sitting there.
Stay here. Drive. Heavy cam in combat.
Christmas Carrier's there. They're coming in for the push now.
What are you waiting for? Drive.
So I'm gonna make sure I actually come up and hold.
Moving in next waypoint. Raiders here. Send traffic.
I get the money to bring in mortars now, which is good. It's what I need here.
Copy. Relocating.
A couple of mortars.
Personal carrier under fire.
Just make sure we don't shit the bed and
Already there.
lose
Holding that position.
the point right now.
Armored transport.
I think they were like advancing across the open over here, right? Are they still? Let me see.
Moving there now.
No, they're not here right now. I can get back in the ACV. I'll probably get a Gimler's too, because they just seem to be like chilling there. Can you just snipe the corners of snipers? Yeah, it'll take a while though, and it'll reveal my snipers. So it's not my favorite plan here.
Good copy. Next waypoint received.
Hey, Constantine, how are you?
Heavy cavalry ready for action.
Howdy, bud.
Lab awaiting order. All bullet catchers disembark. Already there.
Everything
Roger.
by the
Moving out.
numbers.
Lab at your command, sir. Armored transport standing by.
Look at them coming. Okay, unfortunately, they spot our snipers there.
Relocating. Go, go, go. Armored transport ready. All transport dismount.
Okay, Marines are up.
The tip of the spear. Switching position.
ACVs are dead, unfortunately.
Ready for action. Inland Abrams.
You know, so it says I can't keep calling them Christmas carriers, but why? That's what they are.
Bring us there in 10 seconds. Not 10 fucking minutes.
Yeah, you're gonna dodge in and out, because otherwise the Christmas carrier, speaking of, is gonna fuck me up. Oh, it still is because ping.
Heavy armor here. We're engaged. Driver backward.
Move now, that's okay.
Back down, driver. Marine Raiders, we're in combat.
Here's those mortars at. Here's those mortars. Okay, that's engineering coming from me, because of course it is.
Power the skylifer is out. Heavy armor is on the field.
Time to move.
Throw grenade.
Hopefully we'll get out of there and get the resupply. Nope.
Marine Raiders, we are
Raiders are hanging in there okay, though. Probably bring in another set of them. And some more snipers, too, while I'm at it.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Except V3's doing okay as well.
Who needs support?
Can get you back in this building. Ow!
We're in combat. Heavy cab, ready to roll.
Motherfucker.
Speed is of the essence now. Raiders here.
You should have moved because you're drawing too much fire into that spot.
Cargo truck ready.
I'm gonna come and bring you to here.
In a big hole now. We gotta move. Heavy armor is ready to rumble.
These more Marines as well.
Your command, sir. Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Heavy cavalry ready for action.
Finish repairing if you can.
Heavy lift ready. Heading to
That's the seed, fucker. I need to get Raider off there anyway because I need more supplies, which we don't have any of right now, apparently. And I got my Gimli.
Providing direct fire.
Let's Gimli that.
Send fire mission. Logi here, send traffic. 1099, mission complete. Solid
Mortar.
copy. Fire mission received. Abrams here.
Okay, SIP's good.
Ready. Moving.
What's the shortcut to quick ping? F1, F2, F3, F4. Are the shortcuts like that?
Roger that. We stop here. Rocket
Should only take a couple of missiles here, maybe 3. But I'll probably let the whole burst go out because you never know. That'll be good. That'll be fine. That'll be fine.
proceeding to next base of fire.
Good, 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 good. What's that hitting? What is that hitting? Oh, it's must be where the paladins just fired from.
Cab is on the field. Someone after a ride?
Not me, so it's okay.
Heavy armor is on the field.
I'm gonna drive up and take this back. They're Christmas carrying.
Someone call for a cab?
What do I want to achieve here? Do I want to just like sit
For action. Solid copy. Moving out.
on this spot? Or do I want to actually like achieve things? I want to get these snipers up, that's for sure. Probably some over here on the left.
Roger, we're Oscar Mike. Personal carrier ready.
And certainly some over here on the right.
Moving out. Mortar available, sir.
Where are you going? You're going to this little spot here, so we'll shoot that.
Coordinates received. Raiders, always forward. On the move. Copy. We take that building.
Get moving.
Moving. Pedal to the metal.
Oh, goodness. That's not good.
Moving out. M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Troop transport, standing by. Give me a target. Good copy. Next
Where are you going this time? Yeah, you're going over here, so we'll hit that.
End of the line. All out, please. Rocket artillery at your disposal, sir. Direct fire engagement. Popping smoke.
Who is? What is? Why?
Roger. We're Oscar.
Who's popping smoke? Who is dying and I can't find them?
Troop transport reporting in. Back out, driver.
Don't know, but that's concerning.
Already there.
Oh, they're making a push on me, though.
Abrams engaged in combat.
Oh, they got my fucking snipers again.
Artillery relocating.
Oh, and they're getting my sap. Which is a shame because I was about to kill that arena.
Back up, back up. Armored
They are coming for that goddamn sap. I just put those snipers in there, which is a pain in my butt.
walking like ghosts. Roger. Moving out. Roger. We're on
And they're cruise missiling my mortars. Because they're just sore losers. Fucked up. A lot of guys there they hit.
Breaker 1-9, who needs supplies? Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Copy. Relocating. Roger. Moving to next
They cruised
waypoint.
themselves, did they? That is funny.
Transport here. We're engaged. Armored transport under fire.
Lol. Wait, what? Desync? Apparently there's a squad there that we can see but can't see.
Raiders in combat. Get in that building. Personal
Oh,
carrier.
kill them.
Raider. Hoorah. Move, move, move. Heavy cav.
Oh, and you're not done healing yet.
Moving out. Marines under fire. Home sweet home. Something, let's get out of here. Armored transport is ready. Take that building. Let's go kick some
We're gonna
doors.
chase you down.
Cav, ready to roll.
Do some more damage to you.
Moving to shooting position. Someone after a
We do not want to let that little buddy get away. That's a fun target.
Get your asses
No, don't escape. That's not fair.
in the park. On our
Let's
way.
get a mobility crit on you is what I think we should be doing. Yeah, or just a kill.
Hit the gas. Mount up and move out.
Toz.
Transport here.
Oh,
In combat.
ACVs. Imagine if they could have any A in them.
Abrams, ready to roll. Passes out.
Looks like it's ending up there. Unfortunately, it's
You do PT.
not squishy, so we can't, like, work off that. We can't be like, oh, we'll just hit that first.
Check out this rooster cruiser they gave me.
Not how it works.
Hoorah. Double dogs here. Roger. We're on the move.
Oh, and we're getting sniped apparently.
Combat.
Who must be from there. Okay, snipers in there.
Roger. Fire coordinates received. Get in
You get out of there because we know we're gonna get tossed actually.
M1 Abrams, warmed up and ready to go. Make way. Moving there now. Mortar, ready to fire. Quickly now.
Turn your radar back on. There's another arena in there. Damn. This player loves their big heavy tanks.
Standing by.
Well, we're about 5 minutes towards the end of the phase. I'll bring in some more Mariners, I think.
Pedal to the metal.
Maybe like a small. I think you need to have Marines. You can survive this shit that's gonna keep happening, honestly.
Roger. We're on the move.
Raiders here. Send traffic. Knock, knock. Need a rifle.
Can I kill it with 1,000-pound bombs? I want to find out.
Inbound. Direct fire on my mark. New bearing set.
Hang on, I'd rather hit these.
Rolling on the target area. Coming around now. Back to home plate.
That's a long strike. I think I hit them because they're in woods too. Yeah, see you later. Goodbye.
Roger. Flying there.
Bye-bye.
Copy. Bugging out.
Good timing.
Affirmative. Entering building. Steady.
Now I want that Heimat that I can see that I'm staring at. It's been actually so long since I use F-35s a lot, I forgot I can self-laser them, which is funny.
Changing course.
Need to watch my front line, but I want to get this first.
Fencing out.
Gamer time.
Below the hard deck.
Goodbye. God, I missed you, F-35. You are a good damn unit. You're a damn good unit.
Inland Abrams ready for action. Moving as ordered.
Okay, fights over here.
Ready, sir. Copy.
Start hitting you with mortars. Actually, you, I think. With no, okay.
Heavy cabins on the field.
Set the arena fight.
Armored transport.
Might send some Marines up here just to clear out that one then.
Waypoint received. Heavy
Or, sorry, that one.
for action.
Got the wrong one. Oh, Christmas time.
Personal care.
Fucking Christmas time.
Heavy armor in combat. Heavy armor is ready to rumble.
Raiders in
I'm getting double stacked on Marines. Enemy Marines, that is. It's unfortunate.
weapons free.
Someone call for a cab? Roger. Moving out.
They're getting pretty nasty here.
Roger. Moving out. Already
Need
there.
more action on the point.
Pedal to the metal. Troop transporting combat. Target marked. Direct fire. Moving out.
U.S. Marine. Ready for combat. Let's go, boys. Light 'em up.
Order ready to engage, sir.
Moving through.
Moving there now.
Marines here. We are engaged. Moving. Marines at your command, sir. Run as fast as you're done.
I don't give any snipers for this. So it's just rockets land where they will here.
Look at action. Up in smoke. Check that building.
Copy.
Still, I don't think they'll like where the rockets land.
Next waypoint received. Roger.
That's good. Keep that up. Nice. Good fire support for me there. Marines, chase the enemy Marines. Keep them coming.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Marines taking fire.
Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
All right, no bang bang unless fired upon. Move the fuck up.
Maybe I shouldn't bother using the ACV.
U.S. Marine. Hurrah.
Alright, push them out of here.
Engage in combat.
Roger. We're on the move.
The ACV's like, I'm gonna get that fucking Christmas carrier. Yeah, do it, ACV, do it! That's the way.
Copy. Relocating. Roger. We're Oscar Mike.
Need that point to be hit.
Marines at your orders, sir.
Oh man, those birdies just fuck you up with Abacans, hey. Disgusting.
Roger. Moving out. Bring us there in 10 seconds, not 10 fucking minutes. Snipers ready. At your command, we unleash hell, sir. Rocket artillery ready, sir.
Can HE Gimlers handle that? Let's find out.
Abrams here.
Oh shit, they got the top attack missile. They got the fully upgraded Armada.
Back out, driver. Move backwards. Armored is rolling out. Need supplies?
No, it's moving.
Artillery, moving out. Engaging targets with direct fire.
Oh! Oh! Christmas! Ah!
Artillery at your orders, sir.
I feel I actually should have kept hitting.
Waypoint. Moving there now.
Wait, but we know
Direct fire.
I can snipe it with the ACV.
All walking sandbags. Jump out. Carrier ready. Combat. Personnel carrier in combat. Warwick, go.
Alright, get in.
Artillery on the move.
Bad shit going on the right side. They probably already know, but just in case they don't.
Armored transport engaged in combat.
Oh, why is the Armada still there?
The gas.
That's interesting and strange.
Reporting in. Troop transport in combat.
It's running away that way, okay. Oh, there's Lucatran. Haven't I had a thing? No, at some point my Shurad just died, I guess.
The next base of fire.
I don't know why or when, but at some point something killed it.
Hunters of gunmen here.
Ooh, one more fucking fuck you, one more missile, god damn it. One more fucking missile.
Is fast. Armored transport ready.
God damn.
Engaged. Roger. Moving in next.
Sure got seated. Oh yeah, that's right. I commented on it, I just never like dealt with it again. Whoops.
Combat patrol underway.
Whoopsie, whoops, you're right.
Ordering combat. Requesting orders. Logistics ready. Hit the gas truck.
Bad things are happening.
Smoke screen deployed.
That kind of feels like we need a helicopter over here to deal with all that shit.
Heavy cab. Ready to roll. Driver, move forward.
Move your asses, maggots!
Yeah, unfortunately we got a bit of a Shorad lack there.
Once a Marine, always a Marine! Hoorah! I want a base of fire in that building!
Lab standing by. Moving there now. Search and destroy.
Come over here, they got a step on that, they're okay. Or they should be okay. Holy Kurgs, yeah, there's a bit of Kurg gaming over there. If I really want to help with that, I'll just send a couple of these. And send like a scout to root them out, I guess.
Fucking pushed.
Speaking of which, any more scouts up here again?
Relocating. Roger. Moving to next waypoint.
Bring me some.
Transport. Standing by. Lab ready. Enemies hot on our trail. Logistics ready.
Okay, they're coming for their little push again.
Ready for duty! Marines!
Do they see me? I think they're just spamming it. They will hit me, of course, but they're just spamming it. It's okay, Marines are tough enough to not really give a shit about that Toz, funnily enough.
Marine Raiders, stand
They're like, yeah, okay, what about it?
Good copy.
Send the next one.
Next waypoint received.
But I'm gonna need to get some support in there,
Cab ready to rumble. Armored is rolling out.
obviously.
Providing direct fire. The Viper is in
We're in a lot of shit here, but on a helicopter too.
Flight plan confirmed.
What a little bit too much stuff.
Viper awaiting mission. Humvee standing by. Driving to coordinates. AH-1 reporting.
Okay, just back that off. No, they're spooking it. No, fuck it, god damn it.
Artillery moving out.
Please, I was gonna kill it.
ready for combat!
Oh, don't fucking fire from there, Jesus.
Call for fire received.
We have a building to secure!
Snipers standing by.
Hold on, I need to deal with that fucker.
Stealth jet armed and ready. Solid copy. Air support mission inbound.
Copy, we take that building! Marines in combat!
Oh, there's like a motto over here, what the hell?
Personal carrier here. Copy. Relocating. Heavy armor is on the field.
Got him! Nice job. Toz destroyed.
US Marine! Hoorah!
pushing me, which is interesting.
Reporting in. Move your asses.
Roger. Moving out.
Driver, move out. Driver, move back.
Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Already there.
Mobility crit that fucker. Give it what it deserves.
Humvee reporting in.
Yeah! Fuck that fucker. Oh shit.
Marines at your command, sir. Keep driving.
That's good though.
Landscape designers at your command. Target
Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of this going on though.
smoke screen.
Oh, my sep died while I wasn't paying attention. That sucks.
Raiders here.
Sucks a huge amount actually.
Sir, Marines at your orders, sir.
Someone after a ride?
Sniper's ready.
Whistling out.
What?
Construction team is here.
How do you see me?
Marines under fire. Order engaged. Requesting orders.
Question I feel like I've asked before. How the fuck do you see me actually?
Last resort. Hit it, driver. Get us out of here, driver.
Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Reconnaissance.
Right, I'm right here.
Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Engine off.
I'm like unspottable.
To the metal.
Oh, meaning engineering, I think. Engineering. Yeah, it's always engineering.
Friendly fighting vehicle standing by.
If I just like get in here. Yeah, I don't know how you saw me before.
Exfil is here.
You don't now at least.
MLRS ready to fire.
Oh, it's these guys. These guys spotted before, I guess.
Artillery at your command.
Alright, well kill this please.
Artillery relocating.
Oh, never mind. Wow, that's a really nice bomb run.
Target marked. Direct fire. Personal carrier engaged in combat. Troops
That is really annoying. Come over here.
base of fire in that building. Friendly fighting vehicle reporting in.
I think I need my seps back up in here.
Marines engaged in combat. At your command, we unleash hell, sir. Moving.
Anti-aircraft standing by.
Armada's dead, which is great.
Awaiting command. What are you waiting for?
That barb is almost dead. Oh, it's gonna die?
All hands.
Oh, there's smoke in the way.
Friendly in combat. Requesting orders.
The barb is escaping for some fucking reason.
Combat ready.
We can't have that. Don't let that thing get away.
New heading set. Joint strike fighter at your command, sir. Airstrike is go for effect.
Run that thing down. Where'd it go?
Cleared flag.
That'll do.
Fucking move.
And then give me some more Marines in here, I think.
Already there. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Pedal to the metal.
Move you guys, because that's not really a safe spot to be right now. Sure, I'd be my little armored fighting vehicle here. My happy little AFV.
Fire mission received. Who wants a skylight for his house? Moving to shooting position.
They've got, the circles again, so you'll wanna smoke that.
Move out. Armored, moving out.
That's just an Armada on attack move, I think.
Solid copy. Moving out.
Which is certainly something.
Driving to coordinates.
Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast.
Engaging targets with direct fire. Heavy cab, ready to roll. Rocket artillery at your order, sir. Driver, halt, halt.
Just don't spook them. Don't even take the point for a second. Just don't spook them.
Heavy
Get the Armada kill first, then you can spook them later. Shit. Then you can spook them later.
Transport reporting in. Armored transport standing by. Roger. We're on the move. Need supplies? Moving there now.
Yeah, fuck you. Oh, really? There we go. We got it. It's okay.
Engaged in combat. Look out.
Don't be upset. We got it.
RS reporting in.
We'll get 2 missiles, 3 missiles, then we'll hit the Tor as well. Just points farming.
Get in that building. Make way. Transport here. We're engaged. Heavy cab engaged in combat. Driver.
Nice rebelling there. Very good.
We take that building. Rocket artillery ready, sir.
What's a Marine? Always a Marine! Move your fucking asses!
Roger. We're on the move.
I move up on these guys.
Marines in combat, awaiting command!
Troop transport standing by. Pedal to the metal. Sweeping area. Abrams here.
Oh, I'm out of smoke.
Let's back
I'm dead. Shit, I didn't realize that Steppenwood had 0 smoke left.
Set fire mission.
That sucks.
Departing.
Don't be sitting ducks!
Get cornered.
Order at your command, sir. Roger. We're on
I'm gonna do this shit again.
Rocket artillery at your disposal, sir.
Find some cover! Get in that building! Secure that building!
Personnel carrier ready. Good copy. Next waypoint received. Already there. Relocating to the next emplacement. Moving out.
I'm not gonna need you guys at this point. So I'll bring you all over.
Marines here! We are in
Shirley and Mashkoya, you guys are dead.
Transport ready. Someone ask for a ride?
But let's see if I can take A back right now. This is like the time to take A back.
Roger. Moving out. Unasked, everybody. Lab reporting in.
Ooh, hard ask.
Marines in combat! What are your orders?
I think only Cat Faye can maybe save us.
Who called the cavalry?
That's a lot of shit. This isn't good.
Anti-aircraft here. We're engaged. Anti-aircraft here. At your command. Mission's over. Let's head back to base.
Have a little bit of supply for you.
Go ahead. Fire and maneuver. Got it. Fire only when fired upon. Passes out. Cavalry here.
U.S. Marines, ready for duty!
Copy. Relocating.
Bit late for me to do any resupply right now.
Ready to fire.
Hello, you little piece of garbage.
Artillery moving out.
Coming to have some fun with me, are we?
Rolling out. You be blind.
How mean of you.
Looking for enemy contact.
Fuck you.
Driver.
Little garbage fuckers.
Moving as ordered. Order. Ready to fire. Friendly fighting vehicles at your orders. Snipers here. Cav is on the field.
Alright, forwards.
Recon vehicle standing by. Air defense ready for action. Recon vehicle ready. Reconnaissance standing by. Order engaged. Send your orders. Armored is rolling out. Moving to shooting position. Move the fuck out, driver. Full speed. Roger. Moving to next waypoint. Copy that. Looking for targets. Suppressive fire.
Do that and go home.
Reporting in. Air defense here.
No, don't hit Shorad. I need the Shorad.
Fuck out of here! Order engaged. What are your orders? Anti-aircraft here. We're in combat. Get the seatbelt, ladies. Pedal to the metal.
Yeah. Kurg things.
Standing by. Cavalry is taking fire.
I don't think I'll be taking it back.
Roger. We're Oscar Mike. Full stop, driver.
Kill that Kurg, though.
Good copy. Next waypoint received. Lab ready. Moving out.
An airstrike for these points? I do have airstrikes, yeah.
Moving out. Personal carrier here.
Marines here, we're under fire!
New course set. Line of coordinates. Going for effect. Time to bug out. Roger that. Strike area confirmed.
I fucked the strike up.
Flight plan updated.
I faffed a bit way too much.
Set. Roger that. We return to base.
But that'll be that. That's the round.
Artillery mission's over. Let's go back to base.
Woo! It's an okay round. They started 2v1 on that zone, so I think I did alright most of the match. But I couldn't get the zone back after the last time they took it, which is the thing I'm not as happy about. But I mean I started losing my seps and stuff, which didn't help. I don't think I ever called a good I don't think I ever really called a good selection of units either. The Sep was kind of an awkward play a lot of the time. It got a lot of value, but so, like, I don't know, I just didn't really commit to it hard enough, I think, in focus, because I lost both my Seps in kind of silly ways. I don't think I ever had enough fire support. They would just sit a lot of stuff in the woods, and I never really had enough responsive fires onto it. Here's a close match, you reckon? I don't think it was close. What, wasn't it 9-1 and then they got +3 at the end, so it was 9-4? It was pretty comfortable for us, I think. Hot run another US stat. Yeah, well, I mean, we want to survive all the cruise missiles and shit. Yeah, I didn't mind it. It was okay. I really don't like the ACV. The great thing about playing Marines is the Marines, but the horrible thing about playing them is the lack of any kind of armored unit. The fact that the Marine unit itself can kind of tank quite a bit, which is its main draw card, I feel like is kind of offset by the fact that they are so easily destroyed by fire support because you can't hide them in anything. So I wonder if I wouldn't just rather be playing my usual airborne deck. Because in my usual airborne deck, I can put the airborne in M113s, which survives artillery and stuff like that. I don't know. Chumpstrike says, Beaks, you commented a week or two ago that someone was watching your VODs on YouTube and you wanted some engagement, so I commented. Thanks, Chumpstrike, I appreciate it. Thank you. How many were we playing most of the match? Barst, Jaywalk. Wait, wasn't Barst on... Oh, Barst was on their team. Oh, I don't know who I was mousing over there. Must have been Blanco when I said, like, hey, Barst, you can go somewhere else. I thought I moused over those combat, like, striker NGs on A and was like, I thought it said Lord Barst. Anyway. Barsts, Kurg, and Coastal. Jaywalk. So Jaywalk was red, Barst was orange, I think. Was there anyone else? I think it was just them. Yeah. I was playing against the two of them most of the match. Lol, CFE picking up an RRC. I think I was doing fine holding both of their attention on the zone. If I could have held the zone more comfortably, it would have been great. Would have been fine. F-35s were good, but I didn't have enough of them up when I wanted them. But they were very good. Philip says, Beagle, I've tasted the dark side. I made a deck of Tu-22 cruise missiles, and what do you think of them? It was unfair to use? Yeah, well. Hopefully we'll get a cool patch that nerfs them at some point. That would be nice. Yeah, just a little marine trading. My Seps did fine, but I did get them killed in silly ways. Gimler's was pretty important, got a lot of things. Did miss a bunch of kills too, but I mean, hey, it killed 2 armadas. So that was good, because for some reason, Barst just wanted to keep parking his armadas in the woods in front of the zone. I don't know why. It was weird. Wait, let me check why. No, I don't know why. 1835 Elo, I don't know why. Weird. Constantine says, maybe we should all stop playing US so they finally buff them. But then our loss rates will go down. If no one's playing, we can't lose. That was an SU-34 that bombed these guys. The Apache didn't do a whole lot in terms of plane killing. No, it didn't. I don't know, more data needed, but I didn't really click with the Marines deck that much in this match, I think. I always felt like I had a very tenuous hold of the flag itself. But I gotta get better at general play. It's not always the deck's fault or anything. We're just looking for ways to optimize. It's never really able to keep snipers up in those buildings. They're too heavily contested. I think I gotta find another spot for the snipers to sit on that side. Because every time I play Black Coast on that middle area, I try putting snipers in those buildings, and they always get spotted and killed really quickly. So I probably just gotta put them somewhere else. It's just, people drive up to it too often for it to be a good hidey spot. And it's not like I intend it to be like a very, like, genius hidey spot. It's just like, it's a nice area, and you kind of do want to have recon there because you want to know if the enemy has snipers there. You want to know if the enemy has snipers in those close trees. Yeah, as High says, the sniper in the left-hand side in the forest survived for a while. That was a good one, yeah. That spot's fine. Ideally, you want some fighting recon in that area where I was putting the snipers on the right, I guess. But then the problem is, the enemy can just walk snipers up to their woods opposite those buildings close, and they can just spot your fighting recon without you knowing, which isn't good. But yeah, I didn't fully click just because the ACV is such a piece of garbage and the Amtrak isn't much better. Like, if this had 120 HE armor all around, like now we're kind of working with something that can maybe survive a cruise missile and can likely survive HE artillery to a good degree, or it can resist it. But this thing, I'm trying to use it for the extra road speed. But this thing really does fucking suck. At the armored part of armored combat vehicle, unfortunately. Saka says, would you prefer the ACV or the BT-3F for the Marines? Does the BT-3F have armor? Let's find out. I would massively prefer this thing because it has armor. Hell yes. This is like an AMPV level of armor. God, yes, I would love to. Oh, fuck you. It gets 14 seats. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's how they were doing double stacks of Churny and Morskaya, I see. Motherfucker. You little bitch. Of course they get that. Fuck you. Savage says BT-3F is basically the only Russian transport isn't a truck, though. Nothing else has over 8 seats. Yeah, because most of their squads aren't very big. Fuck you, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Fucking motherfuck. Fuck. Stop making me look at Russian shit. Yeah, don't tell me about the MTLB either. Don't remind me this thing exists. It makes me mad. Motherfucker. Wanna look at Russian armor to see how they don't lose speed of their upgrades? Yeah, you were saying that. They're 1 with 15, but there's 21 US. Yeah, but the US, the Amtrak doesn't have any armor is what we were talking about. I don't care about it having any more seats than 13, to be honest.
New 2.00 donation from hexadécimal. Yes, ACV suc. Do I not push a Bushmaster 2 on it? He skips the Javelin.
There is no Javelin for ACV. I think you're thinking of Strikers or AMPVs. Thank you for the $2, by the way. But also, because it sucks. That's why I don't put the Bushmaster 2 on out. I tried that. I tried because I wanted to originally play Marines and ACV 30s like you play Striker Dragoons with the Bushmaster 2s. But it just sucks so fucking much. Like, it just dies to anything. And it's important to understand what I mean by anything. I mean anything. Grenades, enemy autocannons, rockets, missiles, HE artillery, cluster artillery, disposable AT, long-range AT. It dies to fucking anything, and it dies really fucking quick. I did not feel that these things were worth it with the Bushmaster on it, because basically all they're good for is having 100 road speed and having 13 seats and a smoke dispenser. If you could put a smoke dispenser on the trucks, I would be using the trucks instead. That's the only thing that this thing has that I really value it for, is that it has 100 road speed and it has smoke, because smoke is really important. But honestly, is it important enough to bring this piece of garbage? Probably not. I've tried it for a bit. I do like the extra speed, but I think I'm just coming back around to the Amtrak is just that bit better because it actually has... Look, this isn't very resistance against HE artillery, but 100 is a level of resistance against artillery. It won't instantly pop to a howitzer shell exploding within its zip code, like the ACV does. The ACV just fucking dies. As soon as it, like, sees an artillery shell near it, it just explodes. Which the Amtrak, at least, can somewhat resist. Not very well, but somewhat. It's just a bit slower, but it's faster off-road, or it's as fast off-road. It has better guns. It is more expensive, which, you know... But you can bring more guys in it if you want to, though I generally don't. These days want to, because while the Marine small stack is very good, the meta right now is cruise missiles from Russia. So if you stack Marines and small inside an Amtrak, if you stack 2 units of any kind anywhere, you're just going to get cruise missiled instantly. You're going to get cruise missiles anyway, but you're going to lose 2 units in the same building. So I really don't do infantry stacking right now. Because Russian players woke up and are just spamming coastal every match all the time, is how it feels. So yeah. Anyway, Zaku says, T-72V3 and the coastal TDBV are especially amusing. Okay, let's look at this shit. So you're saying they never lose speed for up armoring. Okay, yeah, the T-90 doesn't lose speed for anything. They all go 70. This one gains. Because it's an upgrade. It gets a better engine. It's only up. Modernization. So this is the same as like SEP upgrading an Abrams. So I guess the thing I said before doesn't really ring true. What the fuck do all of their tanks go 80? Their slowest shit is like 70. Oh, here we go. BMO here isn't. The boomerang is fun to look up for striking droids. Yeah, we all know about the fucking boomerang. And of course the Kirk, but that's just APS. Which doesn't make strikers slower anymore. It used to. But it doesn't anymore. Once again, the modernization actually makes this thing go faster, because I guess it's got a new engine. That goes 45, which it would be hilarious if that made it go slower. The BTR apparently does go slower when up armored. The BTR 80, which already goes 80. It's like a really shit old one, I guess. But, you know, this doesn't go slower. Neither does the AMPV. It's mainly tanks we're looking at. But yeah, their tanks don't seem to get slower. If anything, they get faster because they get modernization. But even when it's not modernization, just more armored, no, they don't get slower. No, they do not. Whereas, obviously, on America, every Tusk upgrade drops you by 5. Yes. But why? Why is this? Does anyone know why that happens? Honestly, it says balance. Savage says, I guess that jet engine isn't worth anything. Yeah, I guess the Abrams turbine jet engine isn't worth shit. I don't know, like, what's the deal? Why does putting extra armor... Why does putting 30 extra worth of kinetic armor and 200 worth of extra heat armor on your sides and an extra M2 drop you by 5? And again with the armor again, drops you by 5 again. But then, Ruski tanks, like with modernization, they go up, and you can make the argument, okay, they're getting a better engine or something, I guess. But why? Because the Abrams is very big. But where's a tank where it's just getting more armor on it? Again, I've lost it. I've lost the plot. Like the T-72. So why does adding 100 extra kinetic to the front, 20 extra to the sides, 200 extra heat to the front, 100 extra heat to the sides, 20 extra kinetic to the top, and 20 extra heat to the top not lower your speed? Just because the tank itself is smaller? My message says, because Beagle, you're not adding extra armor, you're just replacing it with armor that works. Zaki says, it's a total of 21 US units that lose speed of up armor compared to 2 RU units, the BT-80 and BT-8 mortar. Are those the only Russian units that lose speed when up armored? There's more, isn't there? It can't just be 2 Russian units. That can't be correct. That lose speed when you up armor them. Firestar says, must be for balance. IRC, the Abrams has a governor on it that stops him from going faster than it should. The jet engine in that thing is ridiculous. It should be possible to maintain its max speed even in a lot of additions. Yaka says, that's all I found while going through the entirety of the armory. Camel says every tank does. Wait, every tank does what? Have a limiter. I don't really get that. Unless there's some, like, real-world reason for that. Dunno, I don't really get it. Is it a game balance thing? Is the Abrams too good? Or something? I don't know, it's odd. Stop sending me things like this, I don't like it. I don't want to know about this. Don't at me with this stuff. I don't want to know. It annoys me. I don't want to know. Totogi says, look, at some point the real world reason isn't real world tanks, but real world dev teams. I don't know what you mean. Lloydie boy. 200 stream streak. Such dizzying height, says Lloydie boy. My goodness. Thank you, Lloydie. Thank you. Thank you for your 200 stream streak. I've never thanked someone for a stream streak before. You just tricked me. Why am I thanking you for that? That's wrong. Damn it, I take it back, Lloydie. No thank you. No. I will not thank you for your 200 stream streak. Lloydie said, wow. Oh, fine, I thank you. I thank you for your extensive patronage. What are you gonna do, Lloydie? Stop watching my What are you gonna do if I insult you? Stop watching my streams? On your 200 streak? You gonna build that up again? I dare you, Lloydie. I dare you to miss a stream. Lloydie's paying someone to make sure whenever I go live, there's like an intern making sure that Lloydie's Twitch account is logged onto it. Lloydie says, you already took it back, it means nothing now. Well, I resort back to doubling down. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, not watch my channel? With a history like yours, Lloydie? With that 200 stream history? I doubt it. Turtle Geek says, I'm at 52. Can I get a thanks for my streak? Congrats on your streak, Turtle Geek. Thank you. Do you play with people, says Meow Meow Mew? I play alone, usually. Firestar says, the cynic in me is thinking that they had to give the Russians something so that people would actually play them. The Russian modern military is very popular right now. Well, that is my belief on the balance as well. I think the devs are an earnest team. I don't think they have Russian bias in the sense that they want to make Russia OP. Or subconsciously or otherwise. But I do think that this is a pure guess, just complete arsehole, but I do think, my feeling is, the Russian gear is made to be err on the side of making it stronger than it might be, because I think they're worried about Russia being weaker. And I think American stuff, they err on the side of pre-nerfing it, because they're worried about it being too strong. Ladyboy says no one wanted if you banished to the phone. Oh my god, you're bot farming my streams. Kingdom Sword says, wow, such a sincere thank you, Beagle. The chat has been moved to tears, he says in a deadpan. I did say it in a deadpan. But yeah, I think that's generally it. Like, you see stuff like that with the Javelin, where I just think they I think they're just scared of the US being OP, and it seems to flavor their approach to the balance of the game. My message says, there's probably something in that. Most of the Soviet-Russian stuff is set up for use from conscripts of a few months' training. Well, that's the prevailing thing everyone says, of course, in the world. Of course. That is, like, not just a BA thing. That's obviously just part of prevailing culture, the cultural knowing, understanding. True or not, is everyone going, Russia is the spam faction and the US is our lauded, high-quality faction. I'm talking about the real world. This is, like, you know, what everyone says, of course, so... It's not hard to imagine why they would be afraid of the US being too good in this game, and Russia not. And I think it's easy to see how the game is in the state where it is, because also, it doesn't just come down to Russia is just OP completely and like impossible to beat and all their units are like so much better at anything. It just comes down to a lot of factors, and one of them is the game is balanced asymmetrically, but Russia's asymmetric strengths are in things that are easier to do and harder to counter than US things, I think is what I've ended up on these days. Because US is stronger in infantry, helicopters, well, arguably helicopters. US is generally stronger in having Hellfires and helicopters, but let's say US has a helicopter advantage because of the stealth like Comanche as well. I guess stronger air power because of F-35s and F-15s and stuff, I guess. So you can see the ways in which the US is meant to be stronger. It's just that those ways are much easier to just, like, invalidate. Like, air power of any kind is much easier to invalidate or make cost inefficient through strong AA, which Russia has in droves. Infantry advantage is easy to invalidate by artillery, cruise missiles, and fire support. Or just, you know, infantry just being harder to play against vehicles in a lot of cases. And so you end up with a situation where the things the US are strong in are not worth as much as the things our US strong in. Not to say they're worth less, they're good. But it's not the same as the Russian asymmetric strength for just being able to go, a move. Which is much easier to do, which is why everyone complains. And unfortunately, if that was only limited to conventional warfare, I think that would probably be okay. And people would be like, okay, like, they are stronger just like spamming ground units that are really cost effective. But we still win in, you know, not playing not like that. But then the cruise missile thing from Coastal really just tips it, I think. Because then not only are they stronger in conventional war, but they're also strong in conventional war fire support. And nobody's saying Russia has bad artillery either. 17 minutes, holy shit. And so I think that's the problem is it's the 1-2, is that you've already got that bit of resentment, that bit of salt about, oh, they're just doing the Kurg or BMP spam again, But then when you also throw in that even when you beat that, they just cruise missile you, that's, I think, where it really becomes quite resentful as you know, whenever I pop into the BA Reddit, which, you know, it's the fucking Reddit, so grain of salt as always. But whenever I'm seeing people talking about the game these days, and I feel it myself, there's very much like an air of salt, I think, about the way the balance is, and when you see the win rates and you see Russia being up 10% in global win rates or something. Because they just dominate and own these two ways that feel very brain dead to be played against by, of conventional spam combined with, oh, did you lose? Cruise missile them. It feels very unfun, I think. I'm getting tired of it in that sense. Usually, if it's not being done to me very hard, it's because the Russian player just isn't doing it, I find, not that they can't do it. Constantine says, do you think the cluster changed it a few percent? I don't feel the cluster changed that much, personally, but I haven't tried to use trophy tanks since it happened, so I don't know. I should try it more. TT Wig says, the lack of communication or nerfs to some of the broken shit in this game has mostly lost me. I think we'd all like to see probably another balance patch. What we all really want to see is a lever fixing patch and a cheater fixing patch. Or more cheater fixing effort, but you can't just patch that. But the lever thing feels like it could be solved in a patch that we're all hanging out for with our tongues out, waiting, wagging. But I think the big thing as well is cruise missiles. Cruise missiles just is a very unfun thing to fight, the spam of in this game. I mean, fucking hell, I didn't even realize how good they are. Way back in the day, I was like, oh, cruise missiles are balanced because it's expensive to fire cruise missiles, so you just have to, like, not be an economical target to hit with cruise missiles. Like, just don't cluster up, right? That was a long, long time ago. And I never realized, like, if you go to the Tu-22, obviously, you know if you, like, do, like, an American jet we're used to, right? Like, you bomb. Even if you get the plane back to base, you're getting, like, what, 100, 200 back? Like, most of your money is in the bombs, I feel. I don't want to, like, spread misinformation, but I feel like that's true. Like, you're not getting a big refund anymore. If you go to the Tu-22, and if you don't know this already, take a guess real quick. I'll give you 20 seconds. How much do you think each one of these supersonic, 70 damage, 250 heat pen, 10k range cruise missiles costs? If you fire these off and the plane goes back to base, how much do you think your refund is detracted from the 400 for each of these cruise missiles? How much do you think each one costs to fire? Hopefully you've got an answer by now. And unless you already know, I doubt any of you are correct, because the answer is what? Is it 60? Or is it 30? Someone was telling me it's 30. 60 is still lower than I would put it. Is this is the cost of the munition? Or not? I think it is. Someone was saying they get, I looked at it the other day, they have 30. Yeah, these ones are 32. The Tu-142s only cost 32. I guess these ones cost more because they're supersonic. Is 30 normal or is 60 normal? Where's another cruise missile platform they have? What else can fire these things? Su-57 can do it, right? They have the cluster ones. That's the problem is, unfortunately, you know, at 32 points definitely, or even at 60 points, it is economical to kill, like, as little as a 60-point mech infantry of one of these things, or two of these things. Because it costs the same. It's fucking crazy. What about the helicopter ones? Well, you can resupply those as dumps. So it's a little bit different. But, that said... yeah, they're 750. So that costs 750 supply weight. Yeah. So that's 750 of supplies. So that's 75 points each, I think. No, wait. No! 75 points of supply is 7,500. So each one of these costs you 7.5 points in economy in supplies you had to spend to resupply them. 7.5 supplies per Katran cruise missile. Which is great. It's super good. That's super great. Yeah, that's 60. What's like a 2,000-pound bomb on like an F-35? Because that's their supersonic cruise missile, right? That's that thing. That's 60 points. Let's go to SOF. I don't know this answer, actually. It's 46.5 points for a 2,000-pound bomb. And it's 62 points for the cruise missile. Zaka says, gotta count the passive resource drain grabbing the helo on the field while it resupplies. I don't know, do ya? Do you have to count that? Like, I guess. Guess if you want to be, like, super, like, mathematical about it. That's what, like, 11 upkeep, 15, 20 upkeep for having the Katran on the field. Savage says, I always found it silly that supplies are so insanely ratioed. It's... yeah. They need to do something about the cruise missiles. Like, this is a roundabout way of me saying when the point I was originally talking about that brought me to this. Is I used to think the balance of cruise missiles was that they were economically inefficient. That you could cruise missile something just as like a hand of God. As if you're reaching through the screen and just going, I just delete that unit from the game. Very convenient to use. I thought that money was the cost-effective answer to that. And I was wrong. The problem is, cruise missiles in this game are actually extremely cheap to spam. So everyone spams them. And that is just what I target with cruise missiles. Like, it's that and they need to... it's that and they need to fix the fact that ping fucks your ability to do missile defense. So either, if they can't refactor the game to not have client-side hit detection for cruise missiles and shit like that, which is very hard probably, then at the very least, they need to, like, double the radar interception ranges of all of the, like, guns, like, PIVADs, MSHORADs, all that stuff. so that these units have like a better chance of stopping cruise missiles and in a wider range. Do you think limiting the T-22 to one plane would help? Yes, I do think that as well, yes. But I think you need to make it easier to intercept cruise missiles, for one, and seed missiles, importantly, as well. Not just cruises, but seeds. You need to, first of all, make it so that you can keep up a radar network against seed missiles unless you're overwhelmed. Make it so that seed is actually meant to be suppression of air defense, not destruction of air defense, because ping right now ruins that. Ping and desync makes that impossible. Milewise says, we just wrapped up a game versus Quad Coastal and 5VDV. Oh boy, how was that? After losing the ground, they just flung nukes and cruise missiles the whole game. Yeah. Yeah, Philip says, the thing that gets me with these things is that there is no risk of them. Compared to an LJDM Streagle, 60 to 70% of the time, that gets shut down even if it completes a run, so you pay the full price. The T-22 never gets shut down. On top of that, it means you never get the def coolant penalty, so you just circle them back in so fast. And that is the thing. We were talking about this in the Discord, and someone said that they think the reason cruisers are balanced to be so cheap is the devs probably expect you to lose 2 to 3 out of 4 of your cruise missiles in a volley, and for radar to shoot down the rest. So they've discounted the price of cruise missiles from what they might be realistically, to, you know, basically subsidize the expectation that you'll lose most of the cruise missiles and they won't get through. I think the problem with that, if it's true, and remember, this is making up a straw man, because we don't know that's true at all. But let's say that's one of the logical reasons that this might be why cruise missiles are so cheap in this game currently. Because otherwise, I don't know why the fuck they're so cost-effective. Apart from, I assume the same thing, that they're cheap because the devs go, oh, well, they can be intercepted, so that's why they don't cost that much, because, you know, that's their drawback, compared to having a bomber. The problem is, in-game, especially with ping and desync, it is very hard to keep up an AA network against seed and cruise missile spam. It's not hard when you can just bring in one seed plane, and that one seed plane can get your AA down if a little bit of desync gets in the way and it can't defend itself. And you can layer as much pivads and SHORAD as you want. It doesn't help on the US side, at least, because it's all gun-based. Except for the Patriots themselves. It doesn't really help you, because desync renders all of those useless in a lot of matches. And so you get this problem of, one, you can't really keep up the net that's required to destroy the cruise missiles on their way in, so they're all getting through anyway, all the time. You just have to give up. 2, the other problem is, even if that was true, and even if you are intercepting most of the cruise missiles that are coming through, so fucking what? That should be the price of cruise missiles. It shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be like, oh, we expect 3 out of 4 of your Bradleys to die, so we made them cheaper. Like, no, that should be the cost-effective risk-reward analysis ratio of spamming cruise missiles as your main strategy all game. Should be, they're expensive. Ouch, it sucks when most of them don't get through the radar net. As it is, they're so spammable that it doesn't even feel good to shoot them down when you do manage to get AA defense against them. It's just like, oh, thank God I didn't die. But it's not like you go, like, it's not like I shoot one of them down and be like, ooh, that cost you something. No, it's just like spammable, cheap as chip shit. Yeah, Dunbar says, I can't tell you how many times I see the missile get intercepted in the air above my pack and it still dies. Yeah, because you just desync. That's why the US gun SHORAD solution to missiles is just about fucking worthless, because the range of it is so low that any amount of desync makes it, you know, basically impossible, like mathematically impossible, for the SHORAD to defend itself. Because you've only got like a second's worth of, at best, engagement time anyway, without ping. So once you introduce that like second of ping of playing against someone from around the world from you, you literally cannot intercept seed with your fucking SHORAD. You have a clip of Striegel in the airdrop I've been looking? No, I don't. Sorry. Savage says, like, if Seed legitimately impacted your missile supply to be more valid tightly versus Deed, what do you mean? One major issue of the Seed system is that anti-Seed missiles for packs or whatever are so cheap. Well, yeah, packs don't have anti-Seed missiles, they just have missiles, yeah. So what you're saying is if you rebalance it, rework it to be more attrition-based. To do that, you would just need to lower the resupply rate of HIMAD. It's the rate. It's not even the cheapness, it's not even cost effectiveness. It's just that, you know, it's pretty quick if you're sitting on a dump to get your missiles back. I think that's fine because I think AA should be stronger than the things that fuck AA in general to make a healthier game. We talked about this a lot back in the day because they nerfed precision-guided bombers and that was a great change. The cruise missile meta we're seeing now, if you never played the old betas, this is what it was like but with F-35s and Su-57s. It was just like this, But everything just got stealth bombered instead of being cruise missiled. It's even worse now because, unless you're intercepting the cruise missiles, it's even worse now because you don't risk the jet. At least you could maybe shoot down the S-57 once back in the day. But, Dunbar says it would be really interesting to see a game where everyone has the same ping. Would the game just be wildly different? I mean, yeah. Even with, like, smoke. Like, auto smoke doesn't even work for me. And that's the other thing, is I think a lot of the balancing up to this point has probably been based on internal playtesting. And the problem with internal playtesting is you're not going to invite a guy to your internal playtesting team who has 300 ping. You're not going to go looking for a guy, you know, playing from mainland China to be part of your playtesting team, because you're not going to do that. You're going to be like, oh, well, they've got really bad pings. That's not going to be good for playtesting. But then when your multiplayer matches feature a guy from Australia like me playing against a guy from mainland China, you haven't tested for that, and your game doesn't work in that interaction. And that's quite common for me. That's not rare with this game. There's no, like, regional servers to split us up. So that's frequent. It's very frequent to be playing against people from China in this game. Which, you know, I like playing against people from China. That's cool, except for the way this game handles client-side ping and hit detection calculations makes it really fucking horrible, unfortunately. And that is, you know, to circle around, maybe something they could have addressed if they were thinking about it, if they were testing for that, which I doubt they really did. By the way this game works, I doubt they really did that, unfortunately. Zaku says that this is what it was like in the second beta at times when they added coastal back when the scanners are much more cost effective. Yeah. And it is risk-free is the problem. I think the devs probably kid-gloved cruise missiles because they're like, well, they're interceptable, so no one's going to bother using them if they're that expensive. And you can see that because that's how ballistic missiles work. Ballistic missiles, very few people even bother with them because of how easy they are to intercept. And it's very easy to imagine cruise missiles were done the same way. The problem is, cruise missiles are way easier to use and get through than ballistic missiles. Because of the low travel flight path and, you know, just the easierness of spamming them. And you end up with this very bad situation, I think, where everyone's spamming them because they're risk-free. It's kind of inverted, I think, on how this seems like it was balanced, where rather than it being cruise missiles should be cheap because they're easy to intercept, it's cruise missiles are risk-free. They're fucking risk-free, so fuck yeah. And it's just the same thing you'll see of any game, you see of any game anywhere, is players will always optimize the fun out of your game, players will always go for the path of least resistance, players will always use the thing that works the best in their opinion. And unfortunately, the players, like a river eroding the cliff, eroding the mountains over time, the players are at this point showing us what is the path of least resistance for this game, and the path of least resistance is cruise missile spam. Unfortunate. Delmar says, damn, you're high elo. You're gonna be like the highest elo solo player. Yeah, I've had some good matches lately. I'm doing alright. For all my Winjin and Wonjin. I'm doing okay. Today, I could very easily get rolled back down to 1900. But here we are. Here we are at the moment, yes. I also finally got my Marine avatar. Don't know if anyone noticed. But yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time these days. These last few streams, and it's just gonna be more expensive. I was saying in a Discord, like, cruise missiles shouldn't be invalidated as a potential strategy. Like, they can still be as strong as they are right now, that's fine, but I think they should be way more expensive. And I don't mean, like, a patch comes out and it's like, made cruise missiles cost 10 more supply. KH-22s, Tu-22 costs 5 more points. I mean, like, fucking cruise missiles cost, like, 3 or 4 times as much. Kind of patch, like drastic change. It's that, or you need to target it all over the place. Like, you need to fix the whole seed, ping, desync, anti-missile defense, AA network thing right now too. One or the other. But if you're only gonna make like changes magnitudes more expensive, and that seems more realistic to me because the devs seem to be having a very hard time updating this game quickly because they're not a big team. So things like changing how the netcode works and doing big rework, design reworks that are risky seems unlikely at this point. So at least let's just like band-aid the problem. And band-aiding the problem would be make this shit so expensive. Because then it's like the power of money thing. That's what I posted in the Discord. The Advanced Wars guy, the kid, the Blue Moon kid. Power of money, where the more money you have, the more powerful your units are. It should just be a thing where, like, cruise missiles as a strategy, as a doctrine in this game, can be, you can do this shit, you can kill whatever you want, you can spam that shit, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. It is the least economically efficient option, because it's the most convenient and quick reaction and destructive option. And if you don't want to pay that much money, you can still use other fire support, you can still use artillery, you can still use jets, which have a risk, but you can't just spam them as both the most convenient and the risk-free and the most cost-effective option. My message says, I would in general be happy with all types of fire support taking longer to fire. Like, I would in general be happy with artillery taking longer to aim, airstrikes, planes taking longer to arrive on the battlefield, and cruise missiles taking longer before they can show up as well, yes. I'd be very happy with all of that. Is my mic muting? Sorry. Like... Avery says, put the flight path for missiles way higher and it'll not be that annoying. Well, yeah, you got that too. Isn't that meant to be the thing? Now, here's where I'm not really... I'm not very... I'm not an understander here. I'm a true military real-world understander. But I know in the cruise missile department, it's meant to be a thing in the anti-ship cruise missile department, because I watched a video about this and I learned a little bit about it. The doctrinal shift between Russian cruise missiles and NATO cruise missiles is meant to be that you have stuff like the NATO Tomahawk, or, what's it called? The Harpoon. And in the anti-ship realm, oh boy, here we go, this is my messing, that they are subsonic, they're very slow, but they are more capable of masking the ground at a very low altitude, or in the case of what I watched, what I actually learned about, which I should stick to, masking the ocean and the waves. So they make up for the lack of speed by giving the enemy less time to intercept them, because they're stealthier by staying lower. But then the Russian doctrine, as I understood it, is that they made everything really fucking fast. Really big missiles, lots of fuel in them, lots of speed. But because they're really big and unwieldy, they trade off for that speed by having to fly higher, because they can't be as advanced and stealthy at being slower, and they're also easier to detect on radar because they're bigger. So, does that not apply to overground cruise missiles for Russian doctrine in the real world? I don't know this. Because it's not the case in game, right? In game, all cruise missiles go at the same low altitude. And who said that? Because it's actually quite a smart thing to say. Why have I lost that chat already? Who said that? That was Avery. Avery said that. Yeah, maybe if you make the cruise missile paths higher, it would make them less annoying. Of course it would, because then you'd be able to intercept them at higher altitudes like ballistic missiles. They wouldn't get the low altitude, low range for interception by Patriots, so you can engage them out at 8 kilometers. Akum says Russian anti-ship missiles can fly low right above the wave, too. But this probably depends on the missile and its guidance. Yeah, like, I don't know this. I'm not saying this is like it's how it should be. I literally don't know. I'm looking for the person in chat who understands modern cruise missiles. But that would be a way, if there was any real-world precedence, because this game, you know, is being immersive, is being based on modern war. If there was any real-world precedent for that, then yes, you could make at least Russian cruisers fly higher, but then you'd have to keep them fast. You'd have to keep their bonus. You can't just make them the same speed as NATO ones, but then higher. You'd have to actually give them the speed of the KH-22, but that it currently has, but then make it fly higher, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what the real world of that is. Anyway, that's an interesting thing to suggest. I would take a blanket, all cruise missiles have to fly higher nerf. I'd be happy with that as well. Both US and Soviet, that'd be nice. Because that is a problem with them. Have you thought about not playing solo? That'd be easy to get a game. I don't know, like today it's really fucked. This is 40 minutes now not getting a match. Is it because my ELO's getting too high? We've had it kind of bad before, but never this bad. Is it the same level of players as, like, the last couple of weeks? Where do I see that? I'm not seeing it. Where is the number of players in match? Here we are. Online, 3157. Oh, okay. No, I think the problem is the player count's halved. Oof. That was sitting at, like, was it 2K or 4K on most previous weeks? It's Silksong. I love you guys, but I don't think that the player count of a war game style RTS is drastically dropping because Silksong got released. I'm not saying no one is playing Silksong from BA's audience, but I don't know if it has the biggest overlap. I don't think it's half the players. It's because Silksong's out! I don't know, I guess I'm biased, I'm not into Silksong, but I don't think it's the Beatles, you know? But, someone else also posted something on the Reddit, because it's a thing now. There's like a bunch of threads on there, which I know it isn't just me of people going like, sick of the cruise missile meta. Now again, grain of salt with the Reddit, because the Reddit also says things like Airborne NGWS is a bad squad, so obviously grain of salt. But someone posted there that one thing you could do is make the cruise missiles award destruction score when you shoot them down. I don't know that that's a good idea, but it would certainly cut the spam down a bit. It would certainly make it more rewarding to go through all the effort of keeping an AA net up against them. But, it's probably not the best idea, but it would be funny, and it would stop the cruise missile spam. It would. If you got 50 points every time you shot down a cruise missile, Coastal would... It'd be pretty fucking funny, because Coastal would become the own goal strat, where if all you do is spam cruise missiles, you're just like slowly feeding money to the enemy. Would be pretty funny. Or feeding points to the enemy would be pretty funny. Category B says, I don't think it'd stop it, it'd just be make you win more matches having a bad time. I don't know, like, I feel like at a certain point, if you, like... It would certainly make it feel more fun to fight the cruise missiles, because it'd be like a type of unit you're battling, rather than just fighting for your life to live, to exist in the match. I don't know, I feel like at least at a certain above Wood League elo, people would probably see that they're feeding like that many points and stop. But anyway, I don't think it's the most serious solution anyway. Like I said, I think the most serious thing, easiest thing you can do, just make them way more expensive. Ridiculously more expensive. And I think beyond that, make them take longer to come in, yes. Allow players to perfect parry the cruise missile, that's a good idea, Lloydie. I like that. Camilla says, 24-hour high player counts have been decreasing steadily since the first of the month. They've been decreasing slowly for a while, but in the past week it's been remarkably fast. For BA. Yeah. Well, you're gonna get that problem if the game gets too much lower that I'm experiencing right now, and unfortunately, usually I experience this more in games because of being Australian, and usually I don't get to play the entire world as a region. Funnily enough, I think I'm getting the problem here because my elo is the only thing I can point to, because I don't think anyone else is having 50-minute queue times, right? But the problem is, with any game, as your player count declines, in a multiplayer game, obviously it's going to be longer queue times for everyone else. And then if you can start descending steadily for a while, but if you eventually hit that thermocline, how do you pronounce that? Once you hit that point of no return where you no longer have enough players, that queue times are acceptable to the majority of your players, or even at like a small chunk of your players, then those players will stop playing, and now you've got a cascade where more and more players are going to leave because they can't get matches, and every time more players leave, more players are going to leave because then those players can't get matches in a reasonable amount of time either. And I hope that's not happening right now, because I've been waiting 50 minutes for a match. If the game kind of becomes unplayable for me, well, what am I going to do? Smurf, yeah. Hey, STB, can you reset my elo so I can play the game again? Maybe I do have to play with other people. If being in a full stack shortens your queue times. Play a custom game with viewers. Yeah, I can play with viewers as well, yeah. Not my first thing to go to, but... See, if I have to play with viewers in this game, I would just have to do the custom game mode idea. Of doing the two-headed giant or something. Have you done all the single-player campaigns? I don't like the single-player. I don't like it. This is one thing that, at least STB hasn't made multiple game modes. I know everyone asks for different game modes, especially if you're American. American players typically don't realize how much it kills a game. Because they always have the biggest player base. But as an Australian, I know of not just this game, but lots of games. When you have multiple game modes, it kills queue times for those of us who don't have huge regions. So I'm glad that they haven't put in, like, 2v2 and 3v3 rank queues like people always ask them for, because this would have happened 2 weeks ago instead. Philip says, full stack at 1900 average elo is still sub 1 minute queues. Well, I was having 10 minute queues until today. This is the first day it's been this bad. 10 minutes was fine. This is not fine. 50 minutes is not fine at all. That's too much. That's kind of happened in the last 4 days for me since I last played. I'd say restart the queue at this point, says Firestar. I tried that and it didn't do anything. It's probably better to just leave it queuing so that I can see how long I've been waiting. Camilla says, this is clearly not a US dominant player count game because it's peak US hours right now and this is always the lowest pop time for BA. Yeah. I don't mean for this game specifically, just in games in general. Usually, like, Americans or, you know, if you're European, any, like, real big country that isn't, you know, like a real country, not like Australia, typically those players don't understand when they ask for different game modes, like, how much that can kill a game because of queue time as multiplayer. Which is why whenever I see people asking for more ranked queues, I'm like, no, please don't split the queues, please don't split the queues, please don't. Broken Arrow Steam player charts. Let me see. What's the good website to do for this? I'm on steamcharts.com, but the graph is really small and it annoys me. Is there a better one for this? SteamDB, says Kemalith. Oh, that's a nice big chart, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Why would you make your chart small for ants? I don't get it. This is 1 week, 1 month? This is 1 week. 8K, 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 7K, 6.5, 6.5, 6,000. Where am I? What time is it now? Am I in the trough? Oh, fuck. I play in the trough. Well, that doesn't help. This is literally my stream time. Like, this is when I'm asleep. And this is literally my stream time here in the trough. Great. Cameron says, your normal hours are EU dead times in games I've played. Oh, because this game is mostly EU played. Great. 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 I'm not mad. Great. Great. What did you say? Great. My wife says great. Where the fuck is Menace? I need Menace. Need Menace. What's the monthly? Monthly's been pretty steady until it hasn't. Now we're dipping. Now we're dipping. Now we're big dipping. Damn. It feels to me like this is not like the drop-off of after release. That would have been ages back. We lost those players ages ago. This kind of more feels to me, if I was to take a guess. Pamela says big player drop coincidence, coinciding with recent revelations about US win rates coincidence. Yeah, I was about to say, this feels like people getting fed up with the lack of patches, the lack of changes, the lack of the spite and resentment about the recent patch that, you know, the perceived nerfs to the US that were perceived worse than the Russian ones. The win rates. This looks to me like people kind of getting fed up, and I get it. I get it. I love the game, and I get it. So, because it's about me dipping June like a Christmas meta as well. Yeah, I mean, look, if I wasn't the biggest fan in the world for this game, I would have hit a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, my breaking point, I think, of like, holy fuck, this isn't fun right now with this cruise missile bullshit. So I get it. Yeah, everyone's playing Silk Song says Nuke Man. No, we was looking at a graph over a month. See, in the I can be older and wiser. In the past, this will keep coming up because people will keep joining the stream who weren't here the last time this was said. And every time this discussion comes up, someone will say, well, you know Silk Song just came out. But I know this has happened in the past too, like big games come out, or like people will be like, well, the Super Bowl's on right now. But it's okay, I'm just going to lean into it instead. Yes, Silk Song is actually the reason for everything declining right now. Yes, I agree. Less people in the grocery store when you went out today? It's because Silk Song just released. Lloydie says, people were busy imagining playing Silk Song. Yeah, Silk Song delayed Menace, also true. I agree with this all. Condition of Man says, could it be partially attributed to the end of summer and going back to school? I don't know. I'm too far away from school as a time of my life. I don't consider it. Uberman says, Silk Song took my family away? Oh, shit. Most US schools went back over the last 2 weeks. Like, high schools? Or colleges? Do you think the average player of Broken Arrow is a high schooler? Oh, shit! 50 minutes, we got a match. I hope I enjoy it. Put so much pressure on it when you gotta wait an hour for a match. It's like, I hope it's a fun one. Okay, we're in. Oh, River. Cool, River. Cool.